Yo, what is up guys? Fer here, and today I'm going to be talking about one of the many potential powers that Conqueror's Haki may have. Now for those that don't know, Conqueror's or King's Haki, however you want to take it as, is a type of Haki that grants the user the ability to dominate the wills of others. The most common usage of it shown in the series so far is using it to exert the user's will powers onto those that are weak-willed and knocks them out. For the most part, it's commonly used to knock out fodder. At a base standpoint, it's an ability that uses presence and intimidation. Advanced levels of Conqueror should also take on those base traits and amplify it to a greater form. Using the base is important because the base will always give you a glimpse of what's there to come. Same thing applies for observation and ornament. Observation at a base level has something to do with presence and precognition. Advanced level would take that concept and apply it to a greater form. Ornament at a base level has something to do with creating an invisible armor around your body. Advanced level would take that very same concept and apply it at a greater form. The same thing would apply with Conquerors with the intimidation aspects of its power. Now while ornament and observation tend to be the same, whereas everyone can grow it to reach a certain level, and at that level it would be the same power as the next person. It's not exactly unique to the user. Now on the other hand, I think advanced level of Conquerors would be unique to the user. Whatever Shanks is going to have at his best form on King's Haki will be different from what Luffy will be doing at his best. Remember, not all kings are the same. Luffy is a different type of king than, for example, Doflamingo, who is more of a tyrannical king, and Luffy is more so of a free-going king that likes freedom. We also know that Conquerors cannot be trained and is something that grows with the individual's will. As Luffy grows, that power would be shaped into a form that is akin to what sort of person Luffy will be. I feel like Conquerors in specific would be a lot similar to Nen, whereas a power can be stronger if it matches up with who you are as a person, and hopefully Oda does something really special with Conquerors because we are long overdue at this point. Now going back to the intimidation aspects of King's Haki, now I believe this aspects of his power could be used on things other than humans or any living creature, but this power could also be used to affect the control that Devil Fruit users have over their ability. First of all, how? Now it's pretty much confirmed that there are spirits that inhabit Devil Fruits, and if a person eats a Devil Fruit, they're granted the power of lightning, fire, magma, whatever it is, and that person becomes the host of said Devil Fruit power. But we also know that these spirits do have personalities and are actual beings that aren't physical in nature. The only time we've seen the soul of a devil in its physical form is when they're merged with weapons such as the one we saw during Alabaster, Mr. Four's lasso gun, which had the power of a Zoan dog, and also the sword that Spandam had, Funk Freed, which was a sword that was merged with the power of an elephant. Now what we're technically seeing is the actual spirit itself in a physical form that is of said weapon they're merged with. And so going back to the intimidation aspect of Conquerors that I talked about earlier, I think that with a higher level of kings, you can pinpoint or sort of exert your presence on the spirit that is within a Devil Fruit user, and in fact that will cause the Devil Fruit user to lose control over their power to a certain degree. Think of it like when Zoro exerted his literal presence of death. Not only was Monet scared of Zoro, but she was shaken to the point that she couldn't use her powers correctly right after Zoro cut her in two. Now it's going to be a lot similar to that situation we have with Monet and Zoro, but this wouldn't necessarily affect the Devil Fruit user himself, but the spirit, given that it does have some type of presence and it's an actual being that's just kind of hiding within the user in a way. But in return, this should make King's Haki have an effect on it. I feel like we're going to see something like this with Shanks, whereas he has like a circle, a zone where Devil Fruit users would lose slight control over their power. Now the more skilled you are with your power, the less it would have an effect on your fruit or your control over your fruit. And I like this idea mainly because of the person Shanks is most likely going to fight, Blackbeard, who is known to have the most powerful Devil Fruit, 3 of them at that. Personally, I see Shanks being more of a technical fighter more than anything. I don't see him going against Blackbeard in an upfront manner, given that Blackbeard most likely has the best offensive capabilities in the show right now. Shanks more than likely will find a way to get around Blackbeard's 2 powers and maybe a third, we don't know, and strike him where it hurts the most. And this would be an epic way to reveal that he could somewhat disable the powers of Devil Fruit users, since that is something that Blackbeard relies on a lot. Like if Blackbeard can't use his powers that he spent years getting, like decades, he's gonna be shaken to his core. But again, we don't necessarily know how that fight's gonna go, but we know Shanks is gonna show us something spooky about Conqueror's Haki. So this would be a fight that would show us most of what not only Shanks is capable of, but what King's Haki can do in general. So I think we're all going to look forward to that. But comment down below what you guys think. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe for more One Piece content. It is Ferro, guys, and I will see you folks later. Peace.